If you are a freelancer or a creative business owner, chances are you've probably Googled, do I need an LLC? When do I set this up? What even is an S Corp? And then you probably click out of the tabs because it's honestly so overwhelming and taxes are just confusing. Well, in today's video, I'm going to share with you guys in very simple layman terms what exactly are each of these business structures, when you should set it up, and what it really protects you with and how it helps you with taxes. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. I just want to say a little disclaimer though, I am not a tax expert, so please don't take this as your personal tax advice, but this is just what I've learned over the years running my business for the last 4 years, and even when I had a freelancing business, what I did to help protect myself and what I'm continuing to do moving forward. So this video is for designers, service providers, honestly anyone who's wanting to start their own business. So I wanted to start by talking about the 3 most popular business structures. We have a sole proprietorship, we have an LLC, and we have an S Corp. Those are the 3 I'm going to break down in today's video. I'm going to explain what the difference is between those and when you should consider either setting that up or making the switch. So let's start by talking about a sole proprietorship. This is probably what you have without even realizing you have it. It is kind of like a default setting for any of you that are freelancing and you're going to have to account for that during the tax season. And the biggest thing about a sole proprietorship is that there's no difference between you as a personal individual and your business. So there's no different entities. They are both kind of together. So there are some like pros and cons to this. I would say that the pros of having a sole proprietorship is that this is a really great starting point. But as soon as you start to make a good amount of income, I would say to move away from this, because the cons of this are that your personal assets are not protected at all versus your business assets being protected. So when it comes to a situation, if worse came to worse and a client was really upset with you and they decide to sue you, then they could actually come after your personal assets and your business assets. So I would say that is one of the reasons that I don't recommend staying in this type of structure, but if you are just starting out, you most likely are already in this. And I think for the first year was a sole proprietorship and then decided to get an LLC once I started to gain a little bit more income from my freelancing business. I would say that a sole proprietorship is also a great starting point because there is no startup cost. So if you are brand new to business, this is probably what you're gonna go after just because it's minimal paperwork, no startup costs, very, very easy to get started. So that is the first structure I want to talk about. However, I also want to talk about an LLC. Leo's here to say hi to all of us. Hi, Leo. But an LLC stands for Limited Liability Company. This is the next step up from a sole proprietorship, and this is when your business assets and personal assets are separate entities. So this is a really great step because it's going to protect your own personal assets. And I will say that I think it has a little bit more professional credibility once you have an LLC tied to your name or your business name. Another thing with an LLC is that you will have some more flexible tax options. But with that, I did want to mention that I feel that an LLC is not really a great tax strategy, but it's more so to protect you and your assets. So I wouldn't really go into an LLC thinking that it's going to help you save money on taxes, because that's really not the point behind it. Now, the cons of an LLC are that there is some setup costs, so that is something to keep in mind, and only really do this step if you are ready to make that investment. There is a startup cost, and then occasionally there are some annual fees depending on what state you live in. So that's definitely another thing to keep in mind to make sure you can upkeep the LLC. So I want you guys to make sure to stay till the end, because I'm going to share with you when to really consider each structure and when to make that switch. But I also wanted to talk about what an S Corp is. So an S Corp, I would say, is more so of a tax strategy, and it's a really, really powerful structure once you get to that point that you're ready for this. I ended up switching to an S Corp 2 years ago, and it has really helped me during tax seasons, which I will share with you guys. At the end of the day, an S Corp is basically just your tax election. And a lot of times an S Corp is on top of an LLC, which is exactly how my business is set up. So it's important to keep in mind that an S Corp is not just a business structure, but it's more so of how you are going to elect yourself during taxes. So the biggest reason people will switch to an S Corp during tax season is because it really helps you save a good amount, especially when you have a solid income coming through your business, because your S Corp basically switches it from being your business taxes and your personal income taxes. You're only taxed on that personal income category side. So I hope that makes sense. Once I kind of saw like a layout of that, it made a lot more sense to me, and it's a really powerful way to help yourself not pay an insane amount of taxes. I will say that this is probably only a great method or path to go down if your business is profitable. And I remember hearing a few years ago that once you start to hit that like 6-figure mark, that is when an S Corp really should be considered. Even if you're close to that number, this is definitely a area that you should read into a bit more and consider, because it will help you down the line. So that is the reason I ended up hiring Collective, because I would say the biggest con of having an S Corp is it does require having a payroll. So me being an employee of my own company, I have to have that payroll set up. I also have to have bookkeeping going on to separate those two. So overall, it's a lot more complex and it does cost a little bit more. So I would say that an S Corp is not a beginner step. This is not even really a badge of success. It's really just to help you when tax season comes along. So let's talk about when you should consider each structure and when to make the switch, and what to really think about if you are still confused. So I would say start as a sole proprietorship if you are just testing out ideas, if you're not fully sure if you want to have this business yet, and maybe you're not really making a solid amount yet. I would say even 30,000 would be totally fine within a sole proprietorship, up to even 40,000. I would then consider switching to an LLC once you're landing a consistent amount of clients and you have a lot of contracts being signed, and you also want a little bit more liability protection. I think this is a great step up from sole proprietorship, so it's something to keep in mind if you are starting to see that income coming through. I would definitely consider switching to LLC. I would say most creatives are probably in this LLC area. I think it's like a sweet spot of having some assets protected, having more tax options, but also not having to make a huge leap into a different structure. So I would consider moving to an S Corp or transitioning to that if you are making, let's say, 75,000 and up consistently, and you also are planning to continue to grow. I also would only really consider the structure if you have a CPA and a accounting company or someone that you can trust to help you with the back end complexity of not only setting up an S Corp, but making sure that the payroll's running and that the bookkeeping's happening, because that can really get overwhelming if you are doing it all yourself. So your current business structure and tax election is really to support you in whatever season you are in right now. So I wouldn't do any of these too early. I would just read about what's the best option for you right now. Maybe even talk to a CPA to get some like initial thoughts, but you don't really need to jump into something just for planning for the future. I would only do that when you are actually in that season. I waited to get an S Corp until it made sense, until I saw how much I was paying in taxes, and I really wanted to figure out some ways to make this a little bit more easy for me and just make it make sense some more. And when I talked to a CPA, that was what was recommended. So I did not rush into this. This was something that I was really nervous to do, but now that I have gone through a tax season, I see how beneficial it is. So I would ask yourself these questions to help you decide what structure to pick right now or what to maybe think about switching to. Ask yourself, how much am I consistently making per year, or what do I think I'm going to be consistently making per month? Also ask yourself if you want simplicity or optimization, what fits your needs and season the best right now. And also ask yourself if you are willing to maintain that structure, because there are some annual fees that come with it. So those are my tips on business structures. I wanted to make it short and sweet and to the point. I know there's a lot of other things I could talk about within this, but this is what I've learned over the last few years, so I really hope it helps you out. Let me know down below if you guys have questions. But like I said, I'm not a tax expert. This is just what I've learned and what has helped me a lot during my tax seasons, which are never really fun, but we gotta do them. So let me know if this was helpful by giving a thumbs up, subscribing to my channel down below. And if you guys like this video, you wanna see more design videos or anything like that, be sure to stick around for my next one. Thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you soon.